When I was in school, when I was about 16, 17 years old, I remember every motherfucker would go home, watch videos on TikTok, watch videos on YouTube, and they'd come to school and say, oh, one day I'm gonna be financially free, I'm gonna have a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, I'm gonna travel the world, I'm gonna do all this bullshit. And I was one of those motherfuckers, but guess what? I was the only one out of every single person in my school year. Bear in mind, there's 192 people in each year at school, right? I was the only one who actually went and started a business and became successful. All of the other guys, they work customer service jobs, they work security jobs, they're doing degree apprenticeships, they're going to university, and they're still fucking broke. But me, on the other hand, I make multiple six figures profit every single year. I've met many accredited and fucking awesome legendary entrepreneurs such as Alex Hormozi, Sam Evans, Jordan Belfort. I've even had dinner with these guys. And on top of that as well, I've managed to move out of my home country and I'm fully settled down now, close to moving to Thailand at age 21. So why is it that those guys are still broke, but I managed to become rich when we all had the same dream and we were consuming similar content? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to be talking about the harsh truth on why most men will stay poor, but then I'm going to be giving you the solution as well because I'm a nice guy, okay? So the first reason that most people stay poor is because they're fucking lazy. I'm not going to come on this video and talk about dopamine. I'm not going to be talking about your family, your friends, and how all these other things are holding you back. The reason that most men are poor, point fucking final, is because they're lazy. They don't do the fucking work. How many videos have you watched this last year? How many videos have you watched in the last 6 months, the last couple of weeks on the different business models that you could start? Yeah, how much action did you take? For example, if you wanted to start a social media marketing agency, did you do 100 cold calls for the last month? Did you? Or did you do 10, 20 and then stop and then give up after you got a few objections? If you wanted to build a personal brand and you wanted to start an online coaching business, how many pieces of content did you make before you gave up? How many pieces of content did you make before you took a long break? Again, that's why the fuck you're not successful. Or perhaps you didn't even want to start those kinds of business, right? Maybe you wanted to start some kind of different service-based business. How many outreaches did you do? The answer is probably not enough. It's as simple as that. So the first reason that most men will stay poor is because they're lazy, point fucking final. Most men are so fucking lazy, they don't even have the willpower to go into Google and search how to get rich. That within itself is too much for them. For example, back when I was in Birmingham, I had like obviously loads of friends that I knew from like high school or secondary school, depending on what you want to call it. And they would come up to me and say, oh, Zayn, I want to make money. And I'd be like, okay, have you ever Googled how to make money? Have you ever went on YouTube and searched how to make money? And most of them like, no. Then I'm like, so you don't want to fucking make money then? You're just in love with this idea of being that man, but that's not something that you truly want. I know what you want to do. You want to go home and you want to jerk off to some fucking bullshit. Because I promise you, if you just go onto Google or you go on my channel, you watch videos about how to make money and you read books, right? You search, you can literally go on Google right now and search best books on making money. And I promise you, if you read at least 50 to 100 of them, you will have some sort of idea in your mind on how to get rich. In fact, you don't even need that many books. I can probably tell you 5 or 6 books, right? 10 books maximum. And I kid you not, if you read these 10 books, you would know how to get rich. And if you want me to make a video on that, by the way, just comment below and I'll make a video on it actually. That's actually a fucking banging video idea. But that's the first reason that most people stay poor. And it's because they're lazy, point fucking final. That's that. Now, the second reason that most people stay poor is because they have a bad self-image. For example, I could go to one of my friends right now and I'm like, listen, bro, if you start making videos, you're a fucking jacked guy. Start making videos about fitness, sign online coaching, and I promise you'll be making like 3 to 5K a month. You'll be able to travel the world, do what the fuck you want. You can move to Dubai, you can move to Thailand, you can move to Bali, you can retire your parents. You know what they will say? Yeah, but why would someone watch me? What do you mean, why would someone watch you? Bro, I just said you're fucking jacked, bro. You literally have watermelon pecs and capped out. That's why they would watch you. Or perhaps there would be a guy who maybe he's not as jacked, right? But I'm saying to him, okay, document your journey, right? So if you're fat shit, document your fat loss journey, make content on that. People are like, yeah, but why would people watch me? They won't. That's why you're documenting it, bro. So in a year from now, when you're a shredded motherfucker, people can look back and like, holy shit, this guy did something. And you'll be able to monetize it. Or even something as small as that doesn't necessarily require you to be somebody, right? So for example, like starting a video editing business. I'll say someone, I'll start video editing business, like, bro, you know, I've tried to use computers in the past, but I'm not really good at it. I'm like, bro, is your self-image that bad that you don't even believe you can make money? Because I'm telling you right now, if you look at millionaires and you look at guys making 6 figures like me, we are no different to you. The only thing that's different between me and between you is our self-image. For example, when I was broke and I wanted to start my business, right, I said to myself, okay, I need to start making content, but I didn't think of it of the angle of like, oh, why is anyone like gonna watch me? I sat down and said, okay, how can I make people watch me? Who do I need to become so people watch me? That's the difference. Or for example, back in, this is like the early days, right, when I first got into business and I started a social media marketing agency, because let's be real, you know, we've all done that. I wouldn't sit there saying, oh, I'm not the kind of person who could cold call because I'm an introvert, because believe it or not, I'm actually an introvert. Instead, what did I do? I picked up the phone, and I started dialing anyway, because I told myself, even though I'm an introvert, it doesn't mean I have to stay poor my entire life. There's loads of rich introverts. There's loads of them. So I picked up the phone and I started dialing. But most people stay broke because they have a poor self-image. They don't see themselves as that person that can succeed, when truly and really, that's something that you can fix overnight. That's something you can fix with a click of a finger, because your self-image, who really determines it? Like, I know this sounds hippie, but who determines it? You fucking determine it based on how people have treated you in the past. And then what you do is you basically create this image in your mind that you think is you, when in reality, that's just what you think you are. Because I want you to imagine yourself right now. You're just a being that exists, okay? You're just a being that exists, but you have this brain that thinks. And this brain can think negative thoughts about yourself or positive thoughts about yourself. And those thoughts determine what you go out and do, believe it or not. So for example, if there's a guy who has a poor self-image, right? Let's say he's jacked as fuck and he says, why would anyone listen to me? Do you think that dude is gonna go post videos about his physique? No, he's not. But if he had this positive mindset of like, okay, he has a positive self-image of, okay, I look good, people want to be in this shape, I'm going to post videos. Would he go and do it? Yes. If there was an introvert who had a positive self-image of, okay, I'm an introvert, I don't really like talking to people, but introverts can become good salesmen too, and I know that I can do that. That guy's going to go cold call, but the guy says, oh, introverts can't do it. He's not going to go cold call. He's going to go on Pornhub.com and he's going to start jerking off. That's exactly what he's going to do. So the second reason that most men stay poor is because they have a low self-image, okay? So just to recap, so the first reason that most men stay poor is they're lazy, point fucking final. Secondly is their self-image. The third reason most men stay poor is because they care what other people think, right? This is what I call the fear of criticism. They give a shit what other losers think. Here's what you need to understand. There's this like cliche fucking quote, hate never comes from above. I promise you, that's so fucking true. That's so fucking true. For example, I just moved out here to Thailand and I started posting videos of me on my Instagram. By the way, if you don't already follow me on Instagram, I'll put it on the screen. It's also in the link in the description. Follow me on Instagram. But I started putting videos on Instagram of my training progress so far, right? Like me doing my Thai training. And then I was getting loads of positive comments. I've had like positive comments from guys like Hamza. So, you know, cult leader Hamza is like another YouTuber with like 2 million subs. I've got positive comments from like other high value dudes in my network. It's great. But then there'll be one motherfucker who left a hate comment. I click his profile. He's an absolute fat fuck. Or he's some fucking loser who lives in Thailand, bro. And he's a jealous motherfucker. And these are the motherfuckers that are commenting on my shit and DMing me. Why? Hate never comes from above. Now, because of these hate comments, right, and these hate DMs, do you think I'm gonna stop posting? No, I'm not. I couldn't give a shit what these dudes think about me. And it's the same when you start your business. When you start your business, you might say, okay, let's say, I don't know, bro, let's say you're selling, let's see, I don't know, a marketing service, right? Let's say you're a video editor. You might feel bad to message people pitching your video editing service because you think they're gonna judge you negatively. You know me, if I was completely broke and I started a video editing business, right? Do you think I would give a fuck if I DM some guy and he's gonna laugh at me because I pitched him? No. I need the fucking money, bro. I want to escape the matrix because yeah, maybe like 3 or 10 or even like, let's say 20 out of 100 for some reason laughed at me. That means 80 didn't. That means I have 80 people I could potentially pitch to, because yeah, some dude might laugh at me right now in whatever like business you're in, but the same motherfucker's gonna laugh at you anyway. So for example, when you're broke, he's gonna laugh at you. When you start your business, he's gonna laugh at you. When he's rich, he's gonna laugh at you. You have to understand that you're always gonna have people in your life who are hating on you. So I recently hosted a mastermind. This was in Birmingham, UK. This was actually in January. So this was about 2 months ago or so, because it's March right now, the time making this video. And I said to one of my like students there, but he actually went to school with him and he started like, you know, he attended the event as a student. If I'm losing my words, bro, it's because it's literally fucking past midnight, right? But I said to him, why do you not start a YouTube channel? Because he's passionate about things like crypto. And I said, you know, bro, even if you don't want to sell an info product on it, because I know you can't really do that with crypto, why don't you just still like build a personal brand around it? You know, maybe you can build your name up there and there'll be opportunities for you in the future. You'll be able to network with people. He said, but yeah, people are going to judge me. Yeah, my friends and family around me are going to think I'm cringe. And I basically clocked on immediately, this guy is not going to be as successful as he could be purely because he cares about what other people think, when truly and really, no one genuinely gives a fuck. And the dudes that do give a fuck and the dudes that do criticize you, they're fucking losers, bro. They have too much time on their hands to be sending you hate messages, to be commenting on your post, you know, to make memes about you and troll you. Fuck them. What you need to do is you need to stop caring what other people think and you need to start your business. For example, if I cared what people think, I wouldn't be making this video for you right now and you wouldn't be benefiting from it, okay? So that's the third reason why most men stay poor. Now, you know what, I was originally gonna do 3 points, but I'll do 2 more. So let's think, what are some other reasons that men stay broke? Okay, I'll tell you one right now. It's they try to impress other people. I'm from the streets, bro. Like I know right now I'm living in Koh Samui, Thailand. I look like a fucking G. I got a biker jacket on, I got 2 watches on, I got some fucking chains on, and I'm living a pretty baller lifestyle, but I'm from the streets, I'm from the hood, and I see guys in my area, right? right? They work a minimum wage, £1,500 a month they make, about 1,700, 2,000 pounds. Do you know what these guys do with their paychecks? They finance cars, they buy expensive clothes, they buy jewelry they can't afford, and they do all these fucking crazy things like go to restaurants, shisha, and just to put it on Instagram to impress people. That's not what you should be doing. What you should be doing with that money is investing it, reading books, investing into mentorship, saving money in the bank. So if you ever want to quit your job to go all in on a business, even though it's not generating money, you can do that. But these men don't do that. So what they try to do is they try to impress people by looking rich when they're actually broke. When I was working my 9 to 5, right? So during that period when I was on universal credit, the people actually managed to find me a job, right? So I took that job as a customer service rep. I was making about 1,500, 1,600 pounds a month. And when I was working that job, every single penny I made went into meal prep so that obviously I could fucking eat. I'm not gonna die. I gave some money to my parents. And on top of that as well, I rented like this little small office. It was absolute hood rat, bootleg, disgusting office. Like the ceiling collapsed at one point. That's how fucked it was. But then the rest of the money that I had went into books and online courses. And I invested in myself. For example, there was like this guy called Andrew Kirby, and he launched like some YouTube mentorship. So I was like, okay, let me join it. So I paid £1,000. Bear in mind, I was only making 1.6 into this, and I learned more about YouTube, and I managed to, help people grow their YouTube channels as well. So that's what I did. And then invested into different mentorships about, different realms, not just business, but different parts of my life as well. I improved massively. But if I took that money and I bought a fucking shit car, right, which I think is sick, like a Golf GTI or fucking Seat Leon. Trust me, these are, if you aspire for these cars, you need to fucking increase your goals. That's all I'm gonna say. But if I took the money and I bought those things, I wouldn't be in this position today because I needed to invest into myself. I needed to invest into education. I needed to buy a Kindle. I needed to read the books, and I needed to get the knowledge to get to where I wanted to be. But for me to do that, I had to stop caring what people thought in the short term. So what does that mean? What did that mean for me? I was wearing ripped shoes every single day. I only had like 2 or 3 outfits for the gym, meaning I literally have to wash them and then go to the gym with the same outfit the next day. And of course, people would laugh. I even used to work out in the gym with jeans sometimes because my 2 or 3 pairs of joggers sometimes would be dirty. I forgot to wash them. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go in jeans. I'd also wear baggy t-shirts that I'd literally buy from the store for like £6. Meanwhile, other dudes were buying like, designer clothes. So basically, I looked like a bum. I rarely had haircuts. But what I was doing, and I would basically walk everywhere as well. But what I was doing is I was taking the money that I was getting and I was investing it into my business. I was investing it into my knowledge. And then I literally went from government welfare to making over $10,000 in a month. So I made $17,000 in a month in around 6 months or under. So think about it. Those dudes who went and rented a Golf R or like financed a Golf R, and on top of that as well, they were buying designer clothes, Moncler jackets, Trapstar this, Trapstar that, trying to impress some hoes and some dudes on Instagram. Like, why the fuck you want to impress other dudes that you gay? But that's besides the point, right? They're still broke. Meanwhile, me, I make 6 figures. I'm traveling the world. I've been to dinners with Jordan Belfort, man, the fucking Wolf of Wall Street. I've met Hamosi. I've met Russell Brunson. I've met all these amazing guys. I've sat down. I've had dinner with them. I've masterminded with them. I've built a small following on Instagram. I've built like a small community. I'm making money. Life's amazing. All because I was willing to not look rich for a small period of time. Now, I kind of look rich, and I'm not even trying. Why? Because I can wear things like this jacket. For example, I literally walked into the Muay Thai gym with this jacket on. Like 2 of the coaches came up to me straight away, man. Like faggots, like fucking stroking my coat, man. Saying like, yo, this is a nice jacket. It's the same reaction I get with the watches that I have. So understand, another reason why most men stay broke is because they try to look rich instead of being rich, okay? So again, obviously you want Lamborghinis, obviously you want flashy cars, but there's a time for that. That's not right now. Get the money, invest into books, invest into your education, invest in yourself and become a better man. Stop trying to impress some bullshit people, okay? So that's the 4th reason. Most men stay poor because they're trying to look rich and they try to impress other people, okay? I'll do one more reason and then we'll end the video. What's another reason that men stay poor? Let's think about it, man. If I look at the fucking losers that I went to school with, who said they're gonna buy a Lamborghini, Aventador, SVJs, and they're gonna do all this mad shit, and they all work warehouse, customer service, security, and fucking lie about their income. Why are those guys still broke? This is another one. Sexual transmutation. There's no denying that sex is one of the biggest driving forces for men. There's no denying this, bro. As a man, you literally wake up in morning wood. The first thing you think about as a man when you wake up is sex. Okay, your body's literally primed for sex. That's how crazy you are. Now, most men channel this energy wrong. What do? They watch porn. They download apps such as Tinder and just scroll looking for dopamine to go on dates with women. They might pay for sex. They might pay for escorts. They might pay for OnlyFans. They do all this crazy stuff. Or again, just like the other point, maybe they buy like flashy clothes, cars, all this shit when they don't have the money. Again, I want a Lamborghini. I'm getting a fucking Lamborghini in the future, okay? I'm not anti-Lambo or anti-pimp lifestyle. What I'm saying is there's a time and place for it, right? When you're up and coming, don't do it. But they basically buy this flashy lifestyle to try and impress girls, when in reality, they should take the energy that they have and instead of, going to the club or, buying fancy clothes to impress women, all these things, they should take that energy and put it into themselves. But they let women distract them. Like, I coach people, right? right? So I have a mentorship program, and then I upsold some of the customers there like one-to-one mentorship, right? Because obviously I have a group training program, but some guys, they want more access. So if they want to work one-to-one, they can buy that separately. And I was working with one guy, and I said to him, okay, you need to do this, next, by next call, come back and make sure it's done. I jump on the fucking next call with him, and guess what this dude says? I didn't do it. And I go to him, bro, why didn't you do it? He goes, I went on a Tinder date. This motherfucker told me he didn't do what he needed to do because he went on a Tinder date, meaning he stopped himself from reaching success so he could go see a bitch, bro. Like, I want you to think about that. It's like, you know very well when you swiping on chicks on Tinder, you know very well you're not gonna marry them. You know that better than I do, that, you know, you're just there for the dopamine and the approval of her, and for you to take her on a date so you can fuck her. So you would rather take some woman that you're not even gonna know next week, or you're not even gonna know in a few months, or even in a few years from now, on a date, instead of doing what your mentor told you to do so you could get rich. Again, the reason that this guy didn't become successful is because he lacked sexual transmutation. You could literally give him the entire blueprint, but he would rather chase pussy than chase money. Little did he know that if he just chased the money, if he just chased the chicken bag, as Steph Cold would say, he would have got the girls in the end. But poor him. I don't know what he's doing now. He's a cool guy. Like, I love him overall. He's a G. So if you're watching this video, bro, you're a G. But again, like, he did fix that mistake. I'm just making the point that the reason most men stay poor is because they lack sexual transmutation. They take the sexual energy, they chase women, they pay for sex, they do all these crazy things, they buy flashy clothes, cars, all this shit, trapping them into this debtful lifestyle just to impress some hoes. Okay, so that's it for the video. 5 reasons why most men stay poor. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. And then I've put my Instagram below. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to basically be posting on my story, my journey in Thailand, business tips, all that good shit. So yeah, take care. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.